Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shawa Aderiye. I am here to do my intro as my makeup is now done. So yeah, as you can see on the title, this is going to be a get ready with me as I talk about turning 25. So yeah, stay tuned if you want to hear me rambling and giving some advice for what I would, you know, tell my younger self, tell anyone younger than me. And yeah, just see how I'm doing, how my thoughts are turning 25. Then, you know, stay tuned and enjoy. So yeah, I'm going to talk in this video what I thought it would be like when I was younger, like what I thought I'd have when I was 25, what it's really like, what it means to me, and then at the end I'll have advice for like just my younger self or the younger generation looking up, like just know the things you should probably do before you get to 25 so that the ages is just a bit more smoother, so that as you grow older things are just smoother, because what we want in this life is an easy life. We want peace, we want peace, we don't want problems. I have done my eyebrows already because ain't nobody gonna take time doing that, and you wouldn't even have seen me as I was talking, and I put concealer on my eyelid to just blur it out. I'm using LA Girl concealer and a brow pencil from literally the black hair store. That is it. As I get older, the less makeup that I'm wearing. Honestly, I probably wear makeup once every 2 weeks, maybe once every month. Is ridiculous. Like, and back in the day, I used to wear makeup like, oh my gosh, speaking of makeup, I remember when I was 17, when I was in sixth form, I literally wore makeup every day. Every single day, Monday to Friday. And then if I went on the weekends, if I had work, I would also be wearing makeup, and it literally became exhausting. Like at one point I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, what am I doing this for? I'm so tired, I'm so exhausted. A-levels are trying to kill me, and I'm here putting on color crease. I'm here putting on eyeshadow, I'm here putting on glitter, like I'm happy. Like, no. And it really showed me that you know, makeup was actually a stronghold at one point. Makeup, literally, I found my identity in that. Like, I did not like or appreciate my face without makeup, which was very unhealthy. And I remember literally one day I was going into sixth form and I literally said, that's it, that is it. And I went in with no makeup. Listen, everyone on that day was like, Show, are you sick? So rude. Like, my two closest friends in uni, Ibrahim and Elo, were going around naming names, were going around asking me, am I sick, am I okay, I don't look well today. It was so rude, but I knew why I did it. Like, I went in with no makeup. I don't even care what anyone says. Yes, did I look ill? Yes, did I look different? Absolutely. But after that day, I never wore makeup again to sixth form, unless it was my birthday. Like, I never did it again, and I felt so freeing. And that's when that showed me that makeup can be a stronghold. Like, not appreciating your natural face can literally be a stronghold. And I see it today with girls who are constantly wearing lashes. It's the same thing. Like, it's like wearing lashes make you feel better, which is fine, beautiful. Just like wearing makeup makes you feel a little bit better, which is fine. But when you're relying on it to the point where you cannot go anywhere without sticking your lashes on, you can't go anywhere without wearing your makeup, it's a problem. It's a stronghold. And it's like, one thing I would say is no one can force you out of it. It's a growth and it's a maturity that you have to come to terms with by yourself. Like, it's not something that somebody can say to you, because then honestly, you'll just, if someone said to me, stop wearing makeup, why you wear makeup every day, I actually would have screwed them and been like, why are you talking to me? I don't know you from nowhere. Even if I did know you. So it is something that you have to come to terms with by yourself. But what I would say, there's nothing better than having your natural face, walking around, skin is popping, feeling happy, feeling confident within yourself. Because at the end of the day, this is the face that God gave us. Without makeup, this is really the face that God gave us. I don't even know why I'm saying all of this as I'm doing a get ready for me, but get ready with me. But it just honestly came to my mind and I had to express it. Like, yeah, I remember that time makeup was a stronghold. Oh my God. But you know, we thank God for the release. Amen. Glory be to the Father. Sorry. I'm about to do my foundation, and I use, of course, NARS Radiant Longwear foundation because it's the best foundation in the world. Actually, it might not be, but it's the best that I've tried so far in my life. So yeah, let's go ahead and put some foundation. Let's go ahead and put some foundation on. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, turning 25. Listen. When I was younger, genuinely, I believed that turning 25 meant that you was going to be married with kids Do you know when you have to laugh because it's so far off? Yeah, I thought I was going to be married with kids, living in America. I'm being honest, this is genuine what I thought. Living in America, really rich, big house and everything. Like when you're in secondary school, you think 25 is so grown. You think 25 is just like, that's it now. 25, what do you mean? I'm a quarter of 100. That means that I must have everything figured out. And let me tell you one thing, that's just not the case. That is just not the case. Like, let's be so for real. 25, yeah, is still a young baby girl. Like 25, you literally have come out of uni, let's say 21, 22. So you've been in the working world for 3 years. What makes you think you're gonna have everything figured out is when there's a whole life that people live up to 70. So what's 25 compared to 70? Mate, I wish I knew that when I was younger. But anyways, so yeah, when I was younger, I used to think I would have like life sorted at 25, married literally with kids. But obviously that is just not the case. And I am completely and utterly okay with it, because life has taught me that 25 is to figure things out. Like, I'm the type of person, I watch a lot of advice from like 30-year-olds, because in this life you need to learn from people that have done it before you. One thing that they've taught me is that 20s is for figuring life out. From 20 to 30 is literally to figure life out. You are not going to have all the answers, and that is okay. You are not going to make all the best decisions, and that is okay. You're not going to be the richest, and that is okay. So I'm really learning that this 20s is for me to figure it out. So now that I'm turning 25, for me, ideally, I want a clear path as to where I'm going, like before I get to 30, a clear path. I want, you know, an increase in my finances, because at the end of the day, the older you get, the more financial responsibility you have, and the more you want to spend your money in different ways as well. And so yeah, now that I'm turning 25, I just want my finances to be increased. I want to do my teacher training. I want to become a qualified teacher, not to be a teacher forever, but because I love working with young people, I care about their education, and I believe that schools need more Christian, like female black teachers. Genuinely, we need more Christian female black teachers, because I currently work in a school already, and the amount that we have, we need ones that were raised in England. Like we need ones that are from ends, if that's the best way I can describe it, because at the end of the day, those are the type of people that are going to relate with the youth. And relating with the youth don't mean that they can get away with anything, but it just means that they understand where you're coming from. They know that you're not just like an average annoying or teacher that's out of touch with their reality, because half the time we remember what it feels like to actually go through certain stages in secondary school. So anyways, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, me becoming a teacher will be a blessing, not only to myself but to like the next generation. So turning 25, I kind of have my idea as to where I want it to go and how I want it to, not how, because I leave the how up to God, but the direction in which I am trying to go. That is what I have. To be honest, the idea of turning 25, because it is half a 50 and you expect, like, even they say that your brain becomes fully developed at 25. So how my brain is developed now is how it's going to be going forward, because it stops developing at 25. I believe that's correct. And to think that, you know, this is the stage I've reached, I'm happy about it. I'm excited because I'm happy about the person I am today. I know there's areas I need to improve on, but overall, like, I'm happy with who I am today. So turning 25 isn't as daunting as it was when I turned 24 and I was thinking of 25, but because I had so much more growth to do, I think specifically with my prayer life, specifically in like doing the things that God has called me to do, with having an idea, a plan that was more realistic. Because the thing about me, I can dream big. So if anyone asks me, oh yeah, what do I want to do, I can dream big. I can tell you the big vision, but this isn't even my fault, because in life they ask you what you want to be. They don't tell you the little increments beforehand. They don't tell you the steps you need to take beforehand. So I used to dream very, very big, but not know the plan like after uni. You can't jump and become a, there was times I wanted to be a counsellor. You can't jump and become a counsellor after uni. There's still more steps to be taken. So for me, when I was 24, I was so far away from where I wanted to be at 25 that it was scary. But now that like I'm turning 25 next month, and I have more of an idea of how life is in the last 5 years of your 20s, I'm a bit more realistic. And so it's not as daunting, is basically what I'm trying to say. Okay, Also, I wanted to show you what I'm going to use. I literally bought this. So the curved case, I literally bought this last weekend. And so this is my first time using it. I haven't used it yet. And I just wanted to review it on here as well and see how I feel about it. People have been raving on about it. If you haven't seen it, you're seeing it now. People have been raving on about this curved case. I'm like nervous, but I'm excited. Do you know what I might use? I'm going to start off with this color first because it's not the darkest. So if I start with this color first and I want it to go darker, then I'll go into this. But if I start off with this and it's too dark, I won't be happy. So that's what I'm going to do now. I don't know if this is a correct brush to really use for it, you know?
Let's see.
I don't know if this is a good brush to use for it. Okay. I don't know. I think it's dark enough, but I'm not sure. This is me obviously without no contour. I do have a natural contour, praise God, but this is it with added. You can definitely see there's a difference. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, as I was saying, so yeah, this turning 25 is not as daunting, and honestly, I think for a lot of females, the area that would be daunting is the fact that, you know, one isn't married or doesn't have kids at the moment. Do you know what? No, actually, not kids, let's slow down. But like, one isn't married. I think that bit might be a bit of the most daunting idea, or not even in a relationship. But for me, genuinely, I trust God and I trust his timing. And I know that he will grant me my heart's desire, which is to be in a healthy, happy, God-fearing relationship with a great, tall, good-looking man. And so because I have that trust in God. Oh, sorry, this is so different. Good thing I didn't use the darker one, you know. I think the darker one would have been too dark. But yeah, because I have that trust in God, I'm not necessarily afraid or feeling some type of way because I don't have that at the moment. But I do want it, and I want God to please do it within the next 3 years in the name of Jesus. Can we get an amen? Yeah, I want him to do it, but I'm not gonna, like, you know, not be appreciative of this new age because I don't have a boyfriend, if that makes sense, or I don't have somebody who I see as my husband. Like, I know it's gonna come, and I know when it comes, whew, it's gonna be a blessing to many, because who would have thought? So anyways, yeah, I think for me, because that area I've given it to God, is not too scary. So yeah, to be honest, I'm actually quite excited, I would say, to turn 25. I'm excited because I really believe that more is to come from me. I feel like I don't even know my own potential, if that makes sense. And so I'm excited for it to be revealed to me, but I realize that it's going to take hard work. I think now, yeah, anything I want, I have to chase, and that is tiring. The idea of having to chase something, honestly, is exhausting to me, but I guess that's the laziness coming out. But yeah, like, I know that I'm going to have to chase it to get there. And I think beforehand, when we was in education, we knew that, okay, I'm going to work hard to get this degree or whatever. I'm using a lighter color to try and shade my nose. I'm going to use this color, try and contour my nose and see if it does anything. But yeah, I think when I was in uni, I was like, okay, all I have to do is work hard, get this degree. But now it's like I'm working full time, but if I want anything extra, I'm gonna have to work hard in ways I've never worked before. So let's say if I wanted to start a business, I'm gonna have to actually, like, be proactive. Like, it's not gonna come to me. And I think that's what I'm realizing as I'm turning 25, is that anything I want is not just gonna come to me. I actually have to get up, I actually have to chase it, I have to promote myself, I have to be proactive, you know, about getting what I want, to be honest. Because even God, he can bless us, absolutely, but he requires partnership. He requires us to actually get up and, you know, do something. So that bit is a bit daunting for me, because I'm realizing that not everything is going to be easy. Nothing in life has ever been easy, to be honest with you, but like, I'm realizing it's going to be hard in a different way, in a way I think I haven't experienced it before. All right, the curve case is I'm honestly liking it so far. I'm still getting used to how to use it, I think. So I think that's why I can't really have a reaction right now, but Defo different. Okay, I'm gonna try their blush now soon. What color should I use? We have, that's not at the moment. Maybe this orange, because pink is here, but I'm really not doing anything too crazy. Oh, should I use this one? Oh, eeny meeny miny mo. I don't know. Actually, maybe I should use this one. Give it a go. I don't usually use a color like that, so it'll be nice to see what that looks like. Again, I don't know if I'm using the correct brush. Part of me thinks I'm not, because the way, I think I should be using a smaller and a denser brush, and then buffering it out with a brush like this, but oh well. Okay, let's smile. I ain't mad at it. It's very pinky, but I know once I put my concealer on, things will come together. So continuing on, so yeah, 25. Oh god, turning 25. One thing I can say I'm proud of is, for me, posting on YouTube regularly has been just such a challenge, and I don't even know the reason why it's been such a challenge. I think it's more my head, it's me being in my head. But I'm happy that I'm entering, or I'm at least entering my birthday actually having posted consistently. Do you know what I mean? Because usually I just wouldn't have, like, if you see last year I just didn't post at all. Towards the end of the year I just stopped, and I don't even have a reason as to why I did that. But at least this time I'm recording right now, I'm gonna edit it, I'm gonna post it. So, you know, we're making improvements. I think one thing I've realized about turning 25 is that, honestly, being harsh on yourself don't get you nowhere. Being harsh on yourself doesn't get you anywhere. It's better for you to evaluate where you're at in life, what exactly you want to get out of life, how far are you from that goal, and taking the necessary steps to get there, but not insulting yourself, not being down and like beating yourself up for not doing anything or for not doing what you should have done. Like, just move on. I think that's life in general. When things haven't gone your way, or when you realize that I should have done this but I didn't, or I could have been here now if I had been doing this, there's no point going over things you can't change. So just like moving on. Like, sometimes for me, I'll make a goal to do something in a day, okay, and I haven't done it. All right, we go again tomorrow, or we go again next week, and that's just, it's okay. Like, there's no point beating oneself up because they haven't done it. There's so many days, God willing, in our life for us to now go ahead and complete it. Why be, you know, upset about stuff we can't change? That's something that I really needed to tell myself a couple months, weeks ago, or whatever. So that's why I'm saying it now. But anyways, the next section we're going to go into is advice to the younger generation. Spray my phone. I like to spray my hydrate and fixing spray while my concealer is on, so that we can, you know, I don't really know why, it just makes a difference. Anyways, okay, wonderful. We're in the next section, which is advice to the younger generation. So first of all, just try and stay pure. Try and stay pure, and I mean this in every way possible. Your heart, your mind, your attitude, sexually, everything. Try and stay pure, because one thing I will say is that, again, working in a school, I see a lot of young girls making mistakes that they cannot change. Making mistakes because they couldn't control their bodily urges. And I'm not saying it's something that's easy to do, but I'm saying that in terms of where it leads you, just going around and literally having sex with anybody, or getting yourself in situationships, or just, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to like really say it, but it is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. I'm not even trying to be rude. Like, people who I have people around me who have wasted so much of their time and self-worth being in relationships or having sex with people that genuinely don't see their worth. They've wasted so much of their time. And listen, everybody is redeemable, so it's not me saying that this is something that's so bad, but if I would give advice to any younger person, I would say stay pure. I would say have your mind focused on the things above and your life and your progress, rather than fulfilling your bodily urges, because all it does is honestly add delay in your life. I know people who literally go from a rubbish relationship to a rubbish relationship to a rubbish relationship, and all they're doing, in my opinion, is just honestly chipping away at their own self-worth. And I just don't think, as a young girl in your 20s, you should have time for that. I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's something that everybody needs to go through in order to figure out things about themselves. Like, at the end of the day, we can learn about our character through having friendships, you know what I mean? We don't always need to get into a place with guys or girls. It's just honestly, it's just something I wouldn't recommend. So, you know, yeah, I would say honestly, if you can, stay pure. If you make mistakes, you make mistakes, but out here, if we're following the godly way, there's a reason why he's saying no sex before marriage. He's a reason why he's saying flee from fornication. There's reasons for this, both spiritually and physically. And so I just think, if you can, try your hardest to stay pure. That is something that I've done, and I will continue to do. And I think it's bared a lot of fruit in me. I think it's produced a lot of things in me. And at the end of the day, when I eventually get married, I will be able to testify that it was worth it. That's just, you know, one of my advice. Again, if you don't agree, that is your business. But, you know, this is really my page, so thank you. Anyways, second piece of advice I would say is to forgive. Forgive. I've done a series on forgiveness for a reason. This life is too short to hold on to burdens, hold on to hatred, hold on to, you know, how people have done you wrong. This life is too short for that. We don't have literal time for that. And so the reason why I say to forgive is because, listen, people are going to do you dirty. People are going to do you dirty all the time. Hurt people all the time. And so for me, I just think forgiveness is something you need to learn early so that you can have, oh, this is different. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm using a different color for the, oh my gosh. Okay. All right. What's his name? Mitchell. Okay, Mitchell. Damn. This is a different color. Sorry. Wow. I should have applied that properly. I didn't realize it was going to look like that. As I was saying, yeah, I just think if you can forgive people, listen, you're going to have friends who hurt you. You're going to have a partner who hurts you. Your parents are going to hurt you. Your siblings are going to hurt you. People are going to hurt you in life, and you're going to hurt other people. It's better you learn how to forgive now so that you can actually just develop and grow as a person than to hold on to bitterness and get into an adult stage. And the things that are holding you back is your hatred for people, or is your inability to move on. Like, I just think if you can, learn how to forgive early, and confront those painful situations in your life. I'm not saying confront them and you're going to be healed or whatever, but confronting them, it just helps the healing process so much more, because I can tell you for free, like, things that happened when you're younger, if you don't confront them, they're just going to come up. They're just going to come up. Things that have upset me when I was younger and it's come up when I was in my early 20s and I still haven't dealt with it, is coming up literally last month and I'm still trying to deal with it. You know, it's something that will always come up. You don't just get over things that have hurt you so much. So you do have to get to a place where you're able to confront them, and that helps with the forgiveness journey as well. You know, you can confront them to yourself, you confront them to God, you can confront them to the person at hand, like whatever it is. I just think, don't, you know, stay in a place of pain and in a place of hurt. My third piece of advice, obviously, which is really number one, but it's like, trust God's plans. Trust God's plans. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to experience, you know, some disappointment. You're going to experience some rejection. It could be in the form of when you're applying for jobs. It could be in friendships. I don't know. It could be in so many things. But God is such an amazing God that when you're being rejected, you're not being rejected. You're being redirected. You're being protected. And these are things that I learned, I think when I was like 19, 20, I learned this. It doesn't mean that it made the rejection like feel amazing, but what I'm saying is that it's so important to understand that, so that you can get to a place that when doors are closing, you're not upset over it, or you don't go through you know, a long season of upset, because you can be upset over something you know, for a day or two, and that's completely fine, that's normal, but don't allow it to, you know, push you down or push you into depression or anything like that, is what I'm more trying to say. So yeah, trust in God's plans. Know that he has plans for your life, which means that sometimes he has plans for your life that you're not even aware of yet. So that means you might be shocked from time to time, and that's okay. You might be shocked. Just include God in every step of the way. So I'm the type of person, before I make a decision, I am bringing God into it. When it comes to picking a car, I'm bringing God into it. When it comes to moving job, I'm bringing God into it. I'll bring God into even what should I eat for lunch. Like, I will bring him into anything I can, because I am not only trying to build my relationship with him, but I trust that he knows what's best for me. He knows what's best for me. He does, and he loves me. So I would rather have God, who knows everything. He knows the past, the present, the future. I would rather have him direct me in my next steps than try and figure out all this stuff on my own. Why? We don't have to. We don't have to. So yeah, trust God's plans, and just remember that. And you might have to leave yourself notes sometimes to remember that you need to trust God's plan, because sometimes it doesn't come naturally. Sometimes we're scared, but the more you develop in your relationship with God, listen, the more you develop in it, the more it'll become easier for you to trust him, if that makes sense. My next piece of advice is to just try possible to look at the glass half full. Sometimes the little perspectives, or the perspectives that we have can really hinder us on our growth. So when you're a little bit younger, sometimes you'll harp on the things that aren't going right in your life, but it's important to remain grateful. It's important to remember that each stage you're in, you have prayed for. It's important to remember that people are praying for the stage that you're in. That doesn't mean to be complacent and stay in that stage, but what it means is that appreciate the things that you can learn from the stage you're in, and don't be always so quick to be ungrateful or look at the glass half empty, like these are the things I don't have, no. Give yourself a pat on the back and look at the glass half full. So for example, I'm turning 25 soon. I'm not going to look at the things I don't have. I don't have my millions. I don't have my husband. I don't have my house. I'm not going to do all of those things. Instead, I'm going to look at the things I do have. I have my health. I have a full-time job. I have vision of purpose. I have you know, a ministry that is growing. I'm doing things. Like, think about it. I'm healthy. I'm probably at the most healthiest I've ever been. And so these are the things I'm going to look on, rather than looking at the things that I don't have, if that makes sense. Do that. All right. Okay, let's fix and spray. Anyways, you'll see how this just brings everything together. Yeah, my next piece of advice is to honestly eat better. Eat better. Sometimes when you're younger, you'll be eating anyhow, constantly going to the shop to go and get a takeaway, or to buy crisps, or to buy chocolate, biscuits, yum yums. All of these things are amazing, but like, leave it to once a week. You don't have to get a croissant every day. What is the nutritional value in a croissant? Ask yourself. I love croissants, by the way, but ask yourself these things. Like, honestly, as you enter your 20s, you really need to be taking care of your health, because high cholesterol is real. Diabetes is real. Like, joint pain is real as well, because that comes as you grow older, and that's something that I've been having this year, a lot of joint pain, and I've had to figure out my diet and shift it and take my vitamins. Like, some stuff that I didn't necessarily used to do when I was younger, I'm having to do it now. And that's okay. But it would have been better to learn that stuff a bit earlier. Be taking vitamins from literally 5 years ago would have been great, instead of now. But it is well. I'm still doing it earlier than maybe some people in their 30s, honestly. So yeah, I would genuinely say, eat better, exercise, move. Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy at all, because this body, we only have one body, so you need to take care of it. Even like dental health, take care of yourself, take care of it, and don't think it's too expensive, because at the end of the day, you would spend money on other things. Just honestly, I would say prioritize your health, your fitness, your mind. Genuinely, these are the things, these are the areas. So that's another piece of advice. And another thing I would say is to step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your comfort zone. Do not be constrained to the things that you feel comfortable of doing, or the things that are normal to you. Because at the end of the day in life, you're going to have to step out your comfort zone. If God gives you an idea, or God gives you an instruction to do something that is 9 out of 10 times, it's always something that you don't want to do, or something that is hard to do, you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to do it anyway. So it's better, as you're younger, to start learning to step outside of your comfort zone. step outside of that comfort zone. Trust the process. Every time you do something that's uncomfortable, you're growing as a person. You are growing as a person. You are facing your fears. You are doing better. Like, it's amazing. So yeah, I would say step out your comfort zone. Friendships, make as many friendships as possible. Do not be somebody who says, I'm a homebody, I'm happy with the 2 friends I have. No, 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 no. In this life, let people remember you. Make an impression on people. Let people enjoy your company. Let you yourself value people, value them, and learn how to make friendships. I think friendship making is such a skill. I don't even have it. I would love to have it better. I would love to be better at it, and it's something that I'm gonna have to try and work on, because when it comes to networking, which is stuff you're gonna do as you grow older, you know, you need to be able to make connections. You need to be able to leave an impression. You need to be able to make friends. I'm trying to do my lips while talking. You need to be able to make friendships. So it's something to really consider. And my last piece of advice, let me do my lips. Ren lip gloss. This is a company that my friend who I work with owns, and she's going to be a successful millionaire at one point. So I hope you can see how great it is. My last piece of advice is to save. Save. When you get that job, don't be too fast to spend all your money. Obviously enjoy yourself, but what is the harm on putting £5 away, £10 away? When I was in uni, I literally would save £5 in my ISA. I would literally put £5 in there. I put £10 in there. I put £20 in there. And that's okay. I was starting out. But that built a savings habit. The ability to save, the ability to not spend all your money in one go. And I really think that that's what's helping me now, like, to learn how to save. You need to be financially wise, and then God's willing though, life is long, so you want to make sure you have savings so that you can actually go back and purchase things that you want to purchase that would be, you know, too much to spend your normal salary on. Woo! Oh, this is so fantastic. Look at the look. I don't know about you, but I'm quite happy with it. Let's put that lip gloss on. Let's really complete this look. Me turning 25 in, when I post this, it could be a couple of weeks, it could be the following week, who knows. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what my life will look like in this next quarter. Well, not quarter, in this next like 5 years, how it will change. I'm trusting God. I'm trusting He will equip me with what I need necessary. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Yep, that is Run for you. Anyways, okay, this is the final product. This is the final look. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for stopping by this video. I know it's a long one, but it is what it is. And yeah, I will hope to see you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, share as well. That would be really appreciated. And yeah, I just pray that, you know, everything that you're desiring on the other side of the screen, the Lord will grant it in the name of Jesus. Amen. Have a lovely day. See ya.